Hi, I'm Rob Cram, and today we're taking a look at New World Interactive's tactical shooter based on the popular source engine Insurgency, which is available now via Steam Early Access for $14.99. The game in its current state, and after receiving a few game-changing updates, is in beta form, but aside from a few more added features greyed out in the main menu, the core game is running pretty smoothly. In a nutshell, the game looks and feels like a mirror of the classic Counter-Strike, yet rather than be an exact carbon copy with its similar insurgents versus security forces, the game's approach is far less arcade and more methodical in its underlying gameplay. In this game, across any of its modes, there's a strong emphasis on realistic elements, which places players into a game which doesn't cater to a run and gun style of play. Whilst it's still possible to earn a few points running about the large open maps, the game design is such that bullets are really not very friendly, whereby a couple or even a single shot can put you out of action. There's none of the bullet sponge nonsense and recharging shields here, which means players are forced into taking cover, creeping around the maps and making sure corners are well covered. To fuel the realistic and hardcore slant on offer, there are no crosshairs either, which means using scopes and iron sights is the order of the day for accurate fire. In fact, Insurgency prides itself on realistic weapons handling, which becomes very clear when using said scopes and iron sights, as movement is restricted realistically and the view tailored to reflect the narrowed vision. One interesting tidbit of information worth mentioning was when using an old Insurgent scope purchased prior to a round, the Counter-Strike influence being quite strong here, the dirt build-up on the lens made for a stark contrast to more expensive scopes on offer. Naturally, performing well each mission, which allows for respawns, some don't, you're able to purchase better gear for your class of character, which in turn determines your starting weaponry. Insurgency ships with several modes of competitive play, including co-op versus bots for up to 6 players. There is a way to play various modes solo fairly easily by setting up a local server, but this seems to be less fun and filled with bot inconsistencies to have much merit beyond practice and learning within a closed environment. The real fun comes from tackling the game with or against human players, and at present there's a relatively small but active community enjoying the game, so it's easy to team up. If there's anything beyond the multiplayer aspects New World can work on, it's making the single player more integrated into the core game for those who want to play an offline or solo game. Playing Insurgency offers a tense and thrilling experience due to its slow-paced nature and one-hit kill, one-life mechanics. Whilst not all modes punish death so readily, with plentiful respawns if your surviving teammates capture objectives, the pace is quite different from the previously mentioned Counter-Strike. In terms of the game's visual elements, there are some good looking maps from the choice of 8 currently available, providing both day and nighttime playgrounds to mess around in. There are some neat effects used, such as smoke and lighting, and some incredible sound effects, making the game feel quite polished and certainly worthy of its current price tag. What's really needed is a slightly more mature interface, and Insurgency would be well on its way to being complete, although New World are constantly keeping in touch with its audience with news and updates. To conclude, Insurgency is a solid game right now and well worth checking out if you're into tactical shooters. There's some good ideas here that work well, and with a community of players offering their support, means players can immediately jump in to get the full Insurgency experience. Okay, I'm Rob Cram, thanks for watching.